Hi, this is Sue Greenwald. I'm here with Awakened Stories, and I'm here today with Deanna Carr with the Mystical Moonlight. Hey, Deanna, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. All right, today's surprise topic is underwater cities. Okay, so that's a broad topic.
It
So we've
is.
got, we'll call them the Mer People City, okay, cities. We've got cities, and we've got human cities, okay? I think right now I'd like to focus on the human cities, if that's okay.
Okay.
All right. So, are there human cities under the oceans that, we, the general population, doesn't know about?
Yes.
Oh, I kind of knew that, but thank you for saying that. All right.
Yep.
Can you tell me details about them? Like how many are there? Do they interact with each other? Like, do they visit each other? What the humans are like down there? Like, do they breathe air? Do they like,
Mhm.
tell me as much as you can. Like, give it.
Okay, so there aren't that many human cities. There's probably about six. They are on a larger side. They are able to breathe air. Their bodies have actually shifted and formed into a way that they can survive in water. So they've kind of became mer people in a sense by the alteration of their own body. And when we talk about this, I mean, you've probably heard me say this multiple times, like once we understand how our body works, we're able to alter and manipulate it.
Right.
Um, there are some things that we don't always fully understand, but they were understanding that they had a task to do and they worked to alter their own bodies so that way they could become more capable of going through the water. So they did learn it over time and their bodies did adapt. So it was a learned bodily behavior, I guess if you want to
Yeah,
call it.
or
Um,
like an evolution of their body or whatever.
and yeah, an evolution, but it was they forced it. It wasn't a natural evolution, let's say.
Ooh.
Um, and so that's how they started. They did create a large space. They did understand how to manipulate and work with water. So they do have a dome over where they actually live underwater. And it is air, so they can do both. They can, breathe in the ocean and they can breathe on land or underwater land. That makes
So,
sense.
so it sounds like they started out like human, like say we are breathing air, and then they've somehow changed their body so they're like they go out of their dome, they can breathe under the sea as well. So
Yes.
they're interchangeable. Okay. So that was a genetic modification in this particular case.
Yes.
Okay. How long would you say, and I mean, I know it's hard to pinpoint exactly, how long would you say that these domed cities have been in existence?
Probably at least 1,000 years, maybe longer. They've been around for a while.
Really?
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
And so they're really big cities, is what you're saying.
They've gotten bigger over time, yes.
Are they super, super deep? Like, do our submarines go as low as they are?
They're deep. They're not as deep as we would discuss with mermaids and aliens, but they do go pretty deep, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm assuming our surface government knows about them. And
Yes and no. They're hidden enough that they don't. And they're able to hide enough that they don't. There is speculation, but they don't know exact location.
oh, okay. Now, do those humans in the domes, like I don't know if they have a name, but do they know about us guys up here?
Yes.
Okay. Do they have like could they come up on land and walk around if they wanted?
I'm getting yes. It would take them a little bit to stabilize, though. They haven't
Would
done it in so long.
would it be like a gravity thing and maybe like a sun, like the difference in the sun? Like how do they have light down there?
They do have, no, like, they've created lights
Okay.
and they also can see in the dark. So they're able to being out in the sun would be a little bit of a shock, kind of like how you go from a dark room to a light room really fast. It kind of shocks your system.
Yeah.
It would be kind of like that. Also, you have to think that they're used to a lot of pressure on their bodies. So coming up towards the surface, it releases that pressure and it is a little unstabilizing for them.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I
Mm.
can imagine the reverse would be uncomfortable, like
Yeah.
really bad. All right. Do they have what we would call technology?
They have a unique way of technology. It's nothing that we've seen before because it's so advanced. One thing that people have been, like regular humans have been working on for a while, is using water as a way of technology. And they've already been using it as technology. Um, so they're more advanced than us in that sense.
Okay. Do they interact with each other, these six cities, we'll call them?
Not really. They know of each other, but they really don't, hang out.
Oh, okay. Do they interact with, say, mermaids down there?
Once in a while, they kind of keep to themselves. They're very easygoing. They just kind of want to do what they want to do. I do see that they've had interactions. Um, I don't really see them going out of their way. They kind of just want to do their lifestyle. Um, there's a few that are interested in what else is around, but none of them are too curious to put what they have at risk.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so do these like okay, so our society, when you're like we'll say adult age, you go to school, you get a job, you have a
Mhm.
house, you blah blah blah, you have a family. Do they have that kind of a system there? Like what do they do all day?
Whatever they want. I mean,
Yeah.
it's different because they don't have I don't know. I guess the way I would say is like, think about what cultures were like before civilization. Like, yes, they have technology, they do have more of that civilization style, but they are not run by the 9 to 5. They are not run by money. They are run by what do they need to be happy.
Okay.
And that is their difference is they don't need to go to work. They just do what they have to do. So most of the time that's going to be getting food. The kids learn with their parents. The culture is more of a a body. So like if somebody needs help, there's somebody else there. Like it's not just, okay, you go figure it out by yourself. It's nothing like what we have, like very secluded. Even though there's millions of humans, most of us feel so alone because nobody wants to deal with each other.
Yeah.
Um, so it's a lot different than what we're used to. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying every culture is like this, but that's what it's like in America.
Yeah.
It's very secluded.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk to each other. There's a
Yeah.
lot of negative and I know other cultures are better with that in aspect. I'm just looking at it from our point of view.
Okay. Now, what do these humans eat? Like,
They eat a mixture of, plants and fish.
okay.
I mean, they do eat fish.
Okay. And I guess that might be the end of my questions for now. I'm just
Mhm.
mulling it over. They have houses in their dome?
Mhm, yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Hard to understand, until you've seen it, right?
Yeah, and you have to think like it's kind of like the other one. So each underwater city we're going to talk about, it's not like they are in water 24/7. It's not like we're talking about animal, fish, and dolphins and all that.
Right.
Like they actually go into a city where there's regular air in a
Right.
sense.
Right.
They are able to walk. They're just
Okay.
underwater.
Yeah. Okay. Do they have animals under that dome, under their domes?
Not like what we have now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, how long? You said they've been there about 1,000 years. So where did the people come from? Were they on the surface? Were they underneath, like inner earth?
They started on the surface.
Oh, okay.
They started on the surface and they just didn't like how things were going. And over time, they realized that they could manipulate their body.
Mm,
They were able to teach it to each other. Then that's how it started.
okay. Are they in general healthier than we are here on the surface?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
pretty much everyone is, right?
Everybody's healthier than humans, pretty much.
Okay. Now, what about we know there's extraterrestrial cities down there. Do they need a dome down there? Like, do they live in their ships? Like, where do they live? And I guess it would depend on the species, right?
Well, when we talk about cities. They're in domes. It's just the different style of dome.
Okay.
It's kind of like how you go to different cities. Like some cities are built, straight up. Some cities are built, going horizontally.
Yeah.
They're all built differently, different materials, whatever that like culture is able to access,
Okay.
what they're intelligent with, and what is suitable for them. For alien cities, yes, they still have a dome because they don't want to just be forced to stay in a ship. That's not really a city because you are secluded. You are in your ship at that point.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
point of even being down there?
Yeah.
Um, so they do have a dome where they can get out, they can go socialize, they have places to go and all of that. So it is more open. It is not as closed off and secluded as one would think.
Okay. It's very hard to conceptualize, but thank you. And we've
Yeah.
talked a little bit about the mermaids as before. They
Yeah.
basically have, we'll call it a type of shielding around their
Mhm.
places where they live, and it's like maybe a holographic kind of a shielding or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All
So
right.
it holds it off and it gives them protection.
All right. Is there anything else that would be interesting for us to know about the humans, especially under the domes there? So
I don't
you
know.
said they can breathe air, water, they can see in the dark. What
Hmm.
other like abilities might they have that we don't have?
Um, they're able to manipulate their elements. So they
Mm.
are able to control water, they're able to work with air. They have more control of the elements and their surroundings than we do. Also because they have understanding of how their body and molecular structure is able to reform to, you know, help them, especially with breathing. They
Yeah.
are able to change things like their appearance. They are able to alter to create more fin-like structures to their feet versus regular feet themselves. Does
Ooh,
that-
super interesting. Super interesting. So they can modify to suit their environment. Like,
Yes.
hey, I'm going to
They're
go out and
like a
swim.
shapeshifter, but not full shapeshifter.
Okay, very interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I thank you for that. And I guess again, to the viewer, if you have questions about this that you'd be interested in knowing, please let us know in the comments and we'll try to get on it during our next Q&A.
Of
Thank you
course.
so much, Deanna. Appreciate your time.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.